直播喽。
喂，
喂，
哦，
直播了啊！我游戏声音好大哦。
哇，爆品！
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
叫我先去哪里找他嘞？半月街。
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
竟然在户外。哦，这也是离开。
Locked. Locked.
这里吗？太黑了吧？哦不！
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear...
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side...
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman
我怎么会觉得嘞？我开着
and
冷气，
ran into Half Moon
我刚刚都
Street.
说冷了。
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky.
What were the
Well, today's Queen Victoria's.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is... Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were...
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
哦，打一个神清气爽。
Constable, your statements have been...
Mr. Holmes, I had no doubt about this case, but now that you are here...
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death. The bullet penetrated his stomach.
哦，好冷。
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti. Brian Vercotti suffered. The bullet struck his head. This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
就这样拿走，笑死。
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobble.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective?
Excellent. Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard two gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
Beat on,
I
beat on.
quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw two bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see any...
No, I saw no one but that.
Were the two shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I was...
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner. Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the...
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated...
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Please follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly. This fire is dying out. It was last 10...
B 点空了。
The papers are almost entirely...
哎，
These were... The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
好难打啊，这种弱的。
The books on this shelf are in a mess. This walking stick is broken. A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so... Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots. This kitchen knife. There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Anything else you would like?
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. Brian Vercott. The dead body. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
顺序是用刀切纸，然后再去靠近尸体，打开窗户。应该是先起床，然后打开窗户。起床，打开窗户。拿东西。好掉了啦！不对。
包在 A 的。
拿走每样东西回来之后，切一切，然后不需要的烧掉。
No, it didn't happen this way.
还是说，先拿拐杖，取走每样东西。往下看。打开窗户，靠近尸体。 东西之后，
这可以踢了吧？
拿到茄子，烧掉。
No, it didn't
哎，
happen this
还
way.
是窗户是最后啊。我想一下哦，起床应该是1没有错吧？起床拿东西，丢掉。太难了吧？看到茄子，为什么要茄子啊？等一下再看一下正词。没有拿拐杖就不对了。他没有拿拐杖不对。
No, it didn't happen this way.
进过去，太难了吧？有看到人，
哇，反应跟鬼一样。
起床，窗户。
啊，我现在腋下跟某个女仆一样味道。
在直播哎、我说要把你声音关掉。
好哦。
该是最后来放拐杖，先起床。起床，失去拐杖。然后去看。打开窗户。打开窗户，向下看。然后靠近尸体，拿东西回来。所以他到底要切什么纸啊？再用刀切纸。放拐杖，放拐杖再拿东西，然后再烧掉。看看，对了吧？
No, it didn't happen this way.
不对。还是起床，拿东西回来，打开窗户，靠近尸体。上来之后，先烧。拿回来烧了之后。起床，靠近尸体，尸体的东西拿回来烧，烧掉之后，找到鞋子。
给小三一个。
No, it didn't happen this way.
太难了吧？根据收集到的情报，也就是窗户是最后。起床第一，然后第二次下去，第三次回来，拿到茄子。最后才去窗户边。
No, it didn't happen this way.
支援快一点，支援快一点。B 点只有一个哦。
听到了一两声枪响，爬起来，拿灯，跑向窗边，看见两具尸体。
1点过了。
非常短暂停顿，第二声枪响，哔哩。
等反应，等反应。哎，小上一个，哎，小上一个。
面的是暗的，窗户本来就是开着的。
No, it didn't happen this way.
太难了吧！起床，然后说窗户门，打开窗户看到，然后就去说没有东西吗？去说某样东西。哦，对了，
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's.
我刚才起床，开窗户靠近尸体，然后拿到我的书架，书架 再切再丢。
body. The question is, what did he find? I can see prints from greasy fingers. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique...
哎呀，
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes，
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us?
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
I wish this crime had never happened, Mr. Holmes.
Mrs. Howell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have...
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir. I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
我在 B 通。A 大去补。
Locked.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
就会讲。
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
A 大斜坡 ，A 大斜坡。
That is not the one I need. 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 That is not the one I... That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
羊头，金手镯。
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives. Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. Mr. Butler's key.
这侦探可以这样直接进入吗？
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer. A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by... The ram's heads. This interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft. It looks as though Mr. Butt...
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested...
I beg your pardon? That case is quite...
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession. which you can find.
Did you find anything else?
A few personal belongings.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, what is the trouble with that lad? Isn't he guilty of murder?
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. Two out of the 6 shells have been... A cheap watch bought. These cigarettes are filled with...
啊，还有。不是吧？怎么还有？还有？没有了吧？
Please escort. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
跟他弟长得好像。
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have...
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand now. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
宝箱拿枪。
Interesting. Pray,
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess.
a thrilling account. Leighton.
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
听不到他的脚步声，跟钉鞋有关系吗？啊，这是被打是不是？哎，和胖子一样。
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence.
God.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of his fraternity.
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our part...
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around...
We shall see you soon, young man.
太快了吧！没这么快。
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours. It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
有感觉去开了2枪，你掉的是哪有？枪手。我想一下哦，3个人不是吗？珠宝，阿伟。然后呢？开2枪。射他肚子。其中1名受害者有可能开了2枪。一声比较近，一声比较远。然后呢？这射到哦。
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my.
需要道具。哪里有长长的东西？如果是他发2枪，哎，杆子。
This should be. This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
珠宝商开2枪嘛。
Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
哦，他们互相开枪。这2枪同时发出的，这是第一声。一声比较远，然后再比较近。 消失不见了。重听吗？躲藏在阴影中，避开所有人视线的可能性。
Constable Marrow, I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man...
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before.
Understood.
Understand.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Cool.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable.
他会躲到我找不到他为止，是吗？这
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
是这样子吗？爬墙啊！找到信号枪的办法哦，珠宝。他为什么会在当铺里啊？
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall. This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad.
People like me?
Yes.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific...
But Holmes, I don't see...
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say.
Let us begin.
找到能够不被发现并且爬上墙的地方。不被发现。然后他从那边来，然后我就会这样跑，上墙不被发现。要爬这个方向吧。
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
被闪瞎了。
I can barely see anything.
什么意思啊？
Holmes? Are you there?
我靠！哦，哇，还要 QT 哦！
I should try climbing faster.
靠！好的。
I can barely see anything.
屁啦！爬那么慢，怎么可能
Holmes?
不被发现啊
Are？ you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
Where are
I
you?
cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
掉在那边太好笑了吧
Gentlemen, I am on my way down. It's empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste, a cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. These shards of... We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
等全部拿到再看，这都没东西了吧？那我就回去了，回去做实验。这把那个先放这，再继续冰上。
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is used. Watson.
Here you are.
Here you are?
Watson, look. What's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. Human hair is significantly so. This black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
什么动物？这一点已经证实了，这确定了。抢劫动机。 战，双方的交火，而且有，是被同一个人杀害吗？哎呦，这个结位是不同的位置，而且啊，为什么啊？为什么一直叫我歪啊？也没线索，没什么别的啦。是什么？怎么会有他？啊？等下这是在这啥啊？查普曼，毛毛躁躁，还有人呢？不对呀、互相射一枪，珠宝商射到了他的肚子，啊，痛得要死。然后黑暗中的人在射他头。对吗？他抢逃出他是有选有特权，为什么会得出这个结论呢？哎，逼金斯寻找马戏团。
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here?
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn.
Oi, watch your tongue.
看每次进来都要看他骂他哎。
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very...
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
I knew it.
But for now, Wiggins,
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least...
You can catch.
I do hope that those children...
Don't worry, Watson. I predict...
Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
And this is a young Indian elephant. Duval Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is... I believe that is...
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, art...
You might be surprised.
What? Nah.
Get out of the way.
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
乔装进入马戏团，我是要回家换衣服吗？面部胡须混混的衣服或帽子或许会有用。来吧，奇迹福尔摩斯。强盗服。OK。我怎样会才有帽子？哦，在这里。9。这样吧，怎么是这个帽子？这样吧。
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
It's me.
Thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley.
I've got it.
No, okay.要不要叫我不要乱逛？没有哎，看来我应该要直接进去。
So, everything is here, just as you asked. And what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said.
Right?
I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
This wooden barrel is damaged. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted. The crest of the Honorable Artillery Company.
荣誉炮
Could
兵
it be
连。
gunpowder? I need to be sure. Judging by the fraction, the barrels are roughly clustered.
火药。就这样，我不用开锁。出去，然后被叫住，也没有。
Charles Foley is inside the marquee.
他说他在帐篷里，那我又过不去，完了，卡了，完蛋了，卡住了，靠嘞，吓死我了！他在帐篷里，我怎么进去？
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a robin. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to... There are enough... This printing press is old. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The merry men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
哎，来了，最后一个戒指。就是他。
Are you still tampering with that lock? Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel
What's your
Shirley
name?
from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Deal.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old.
又要结束，烦。先研究一下，这个研究一下哦，去找到一个基准吧。诶，哦 ，OK， 好，这里过来。
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it. This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. So, that's the lock I'm...
一条线。 只有一条线。那就是这一条。
What a surprise! Another lock. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door. These are the marks of ineffectual. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. A solid rope.
绳子，角落。
This should be useful.
一个椅子带在身上。
The door is now blocked.
哦，把他们的路逃生路封起来是吧？哎呦，这有个地窖啊，不能调查。啊
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
把他们逃生路线都
This works very well. No one will escape through this window now. Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
哦，那是要把
This should be useful.
啊，把珠子丢在地上。不是哦。
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Ah, 楼梯，是不是散落在楼梯？
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get.
再给他一个陷阱。对，陷阱，绳子，炉子。
This should be useful.
拿着绳子，绳子应该要弄在窗户那边吧？啊，我过得去吗？哦，可以。呵呵。这丢珠子在里面吧？
This hatch leads to a cellar.
需要道具。我拿了绳子之后，拿了绳子去2楼。我要撒珠子了吧？
One step on these beads, and I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. 现在就只差那个了吧？ Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Oh, 原来不用自己找啊！原来它这个。
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. I suppose that the thieves already tried to... Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
需要什么道具嘞？这里需要什么道具？那他看不到，是不是要找布？
This hatch
要找布哦。我猜要找布，但是这个布
The door is now blocked.
布。我猜是要找布啦，不是吗？我这还有布吗？他会跳过去，我是要在那边演练一次啊。 还是我去外面啊？
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency.
没有布，可能是要做伪装啊。布还是什么木板，是不是要去外面拿？
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
不是啊，再来要干嘛？啊，地毯找到了。唉，
This should. Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Police! Police!
Police, police.
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
You sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Don't move, you flim-flammer.
"完了，我的汉化坏掉了。坏掉了。先弄一个，看会不会跑得回来。
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful. You Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business.
还有别的时间。
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the laws that were set out by our government. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Land. But men, we are still. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear, advised us to keep our heads. Bankers and politicians, and they push us to compete between each other. But in the end, they are the few. We should not fear them. The time has come for our group to stand tall. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be they're only papers, after all.
That is a radical step to take.
Chaos. But soon people will understand. They will be able to work for themselves.
What you are intending to do is a crime.
How do you see justice then? Kids go to prison. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Our masters wouldn't hear us. Will you let us do our duty?
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Boom. 就是炸成这样，来得及逃哦，夸张。
So, you're interested in Russia?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember...
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall... There were also a few words along the lines of pain. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade...
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that in the...
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them.
But we serve the truth, not
your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry man.
not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arrest.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her
回放他的
boxes.
箱子。
Wait, what? A lady?
A lady. 我直接接受，不看结局。不知道统计多久。我觉得很久没看到这边跑出来过了。让他跑一下，他跑不跑得出来？ 真的是出不来。唉。怎么变英文了？哎，为什么跑不出来啊？之前可以啊。啊，错量。妈，就一直看他抽，就一直看他抽烟哦。就这样，就这样，没了。什么意思？游戏自己退掉？啥呀？要我检查一下？验证一下完整性。啊，好了，不玩了，关掉吧。